Come away with me, and I will write you a song. Come away with me on a bus. Come away where they can't tempt us with their lies. And I want to walk with you on a cloudy day in fields where the yellow grass grows knee high. So won't you try to come away with me, and we'll kiss on a mountain top. Come away with me, and I'll never stop loving you. While I'm safe there in your arms, so all I ask is for you to come away with me in the night. Come away with me.
So we always sound the conch shell to begin a beautiful event like this, to announce energetically to the whole world that something amazing is about to happen. And we sound the conch shell so that energy goes out to all four corners of the earth, and including right here where you sit. So, and I want to welcome everyone. I want to welcome Mary and Randy. Thank you for being here. I want to let everybody know, including those people who might be watching this later, that you are here as much more than just witnesses, that by being here and by seeing this, that they're here to participate in giving their blessings to Brian and Amy Lou on this beautiful day. So thank you all for being here. We always begin ceremonies in Hawaii by exchanging leis, because long before we ever had rings, and you do have rings, right? Long before we ever had the metal rings and used rings, flowers were the gift of love. The beautiful fragrance of the flowers, were gifted. And in taking and accepting a gift of love, we wear that person's love in that way. So I'm going to start out with Brian. If you will please take this lei and present that to Amy Lou by placing that over her shoulders and giving her this gift of love. Beautiful. And Amy Lou, this is especially, it's a Miley style tea lei, and we always give this to the royalty at any celebration. So I'll take that for just a moment while you place this over Brian's shoulders and give him that same gift of love. Beautiful. Ends are even. Nice. There you go. And keep that nice and low. You know, also, I want to say to Randy and to Mary that because you are also very special guests here today, if you would just come over here, and I'm going to have you guys, let me take this again, I'm going to have you guys present these leis to them. So just come on over here for a second. And
was that your mom?
so you can keep that going. We know we've got videos at home. It might be a live feed. I'm not sure. Place it like this. Nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. We say in Hawaiian, we say,
Is this one up? Yes, set it down. Yep.
okay, thank you. We say, Ele ku aloha. And it means in Hawaiian to wear my love as a lei, as a flower lei. So welcome everyone, aloha, and thank you for all being here. And in Hawaiian we say, e komo mai, or welcome. And you know, it's really fun. I've had a chance to spend a little bit of time with the two of you to kind of get to know you. And Brian sent me an email kind of telling me your story. And it's really a beautiful, beautiful story of how you met, you know. And Brian, how persistence really pays off, doesn't it? And so because of that, here you are today to celebrate your love here on Maui. And you know, I always like to maybe take a nice deep breath and kind of get the jitters out. And as we exhale, I want you to turn around and look at this beautiful place where you have chosen to set the tone for the rest of your lives together. And I think it's just stunning. You know, we say that this place between the mountains and the sea is a truly sacred space. And that's where we have chosen to, you know, set the tone for the rest of your lives together. So, you know, it's really interesting. They say that the Polynesians even found their way to Hawaii because of the fragrance of these beautiful flowers, you know, that compose your lei and your flowers in your hair, the haku and the leis, you know, that literally as they were voyaging to Hawaii, it's the fragrance that actually brought them, you know, to Maui. So it's really beautiful. I remind you too that God has brought you together and He's guided your relationship to this point. I remind you to let Him continue to be a guide to your thinking and to be a part of your lives. You know, it's really the real thing. I really feel like today that I am seeing the real thing. You know, that the two of you, there's a sense of calm that I, you know, feel when I met you the other day, that I feel right now that you guys are standing next to your best friend and next to your soulmate. And it's amazing how out of all the people in all of the world, that somehow magically and mysteriously the two of you have found each other out of all the people in the whole world. And each of you brings something very special to this relationship, something that each of you needs from one another, you know, to help you polish yourselves into your, you know, into the brightest, most beautiful relationship that you can have. I also know that you guys take great pride in each other, and that's part of what you're celebrating today. I also want you to be especially mindful that all of the experiences that you've had in your life, all of the joys, all of the sadnesses, all of the, you know, all of the bumps, everything that you've had culminate in what you have today. So it's, you know, it's really beautiful that all of these things bring you to this amazing love, and I congratulate you on that. And you know, all of those things are what makes this love, you know, really special and really important. I know also that your children are a big part of what's going on today. So I want to speak directly to you. Tell me their names.
Zephyrin, Seth, Hayden, Connor, and Brendan.
Okay, so you children are a big part of this marriage. You know, you're really part of this whole thing, and you have a say in what happens in this marriage, and the exact percentage of that say is yet to be negotiated, but you're a big part of this, and we want to say aloha to you, and aloha mai, and welcome to this marriage. And you guys, you know, also say a nice aloha to your kids.
Aloha.
Aloha.
You know, they're no doubt, they're very important. And also there are other people that I'm sure that you think about on a day like today. People that are not here because they didn't make the trip. People that are here maybe because they are no longer in physical form. You know, that have been a part of your life and helped you become who you are. And I want to remind you that even though they may not be physically present, that they are here in this moment, and they're here in our hearts. And to you, we also say aloha. So. Today you proclaim to the world and to all of humanity that this is this path that you have found, that you find the love of your life, is celebrating love in its finest moment. And you were destined to be together. You found each other, and here you are in this beautiful moment. So I congratulate you on that. So do we have the rings today? Do you have the rings? Okay. So while she's getting the rings together, I was reading the other day a story about people who had celebrated 50 years of marriage. And somebody said, so what is the secret to 50 years of marriage? And the man, he looked at everybody and he said, well, you know, we made a pact 50 years ago. And the pact was that I would make all the big decisions and that she would make all the little decisions. And everybody looked at him, and then he said, but it's just amazing how in 50 years there still hasn't been one big decision. So the moral of the story, Brian, is, you know, trust women's intuition. It's oftentimes right. And so anyways, okay, the rings. Thank you very much. Thank you. You know, rings are the obvious symbol of the power of love and the never-ending circle of love. And so I remind you that what promises you make today, every time you look at these rings, that you will think of the promises that you made today and celebrate your love. So first what I'd like to do is, Brian, I'd like to give you this ring here. And why don't you, Amy Lou, just hold your ring finger out there. And then Brian, put it halfway on. The reason I put it halfway on is because this is a symbol of not only giving, but it's also, I'm going to have you bring it the rest of the way as a symbol of your willingness to always receive these beautiful gifts of love. There will be many more coming, I'm sure. And then Brian, if you'll please repeat after me. Amy Lou, with this ring,
Amy Lou, with this ring,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
that from this day forward,
from this day forward,
I will be with you through all things.
I will be with you through all things.
May you feel deeply loved,
May you feel deeply loved,
for indeed you are.
for indeed you are.
With this ring, I give you my heart.
With this ring, I give you my heart.
I have no greater gift to give.
I have no greater gift to give.
I feel so honored to call you my wife,
I feel so honored to call you my wife.
and I feel so blessed that you are mine.
I feel so blessed that you are mine.
I thank God,
With that, God,
I thank God,
I thank God.
and I thank you, Amy Lou,
And I thank you, Amy Lou,
for wearing my love in this way.
for wearing my love in this way.
Beautiful. Amy Lou, why don't you go ahead and bring that the rest of the way. And then I'm going to have you take this. I'm going to hold that for a minute.
Yes.
I'm going to put this right over. I'm going to have you hold that. Don't forget to give it back.
Out. Really?
All right. Sometimes I forget, you know.
I am.
Okay. Please repeat after me. Brian, with this ring,
Brian, with this ring,
I give you my promise
I give you my promise
that from this day forward,
that from this day forward,
I will be with you through all things.
I will be with you through all things.
Take a deep breath.
I'm Amy Lou.
May you feel deeply loved,
May you feel deeply loved,
for indeed you are.
for indeed you are.
With this ring, I give you my heart.
With this ring, I give you my heart.
I have no greater gift to give.
I have no greater gift to give.
I feel so honored to call you my husband,
I feel so honored to call you my husband,
and I feel so blessed that you are mine.
and I feel so blessed that you are mine.
I thank God,
I thank God.
and I thank you, Brian,
I thank you, Brian,
for wearing my love in this way.
for wearing my love in this way.
Beautiful. So as you look at each other, I want you to look at each other, and it's kind of funny. There's no rule book for marriage. Hold on one sec. Next thing. There's no rule book. So all we really have is our cultural values and the values that we bring to the table. But we're really lucky because here in Hawaii, we have the Hawaiian marriage values. And since we're here in Hawaii, I want to honor our host culture by sharing them with you, okay? All right. So the first one is a word that we use every day, all the time, and this word means love. It means hello, it means goodbye, it means peace, and that word, of course, is
Aloha.
aloha. Let me tell you about the word aloha. The word aloe, when you look at a plant, if you take this plant here, there's a shiny side and a not so shiny side. And the shiny side is the face of the plant. We call it the aloe. And ha, in almost every culture, means the breath of life. So when we say aloha to someone, what we're really saying is together we will face the breath of life. So I want you to look at each other now that you really know what it means, and I want you to say aloha to each other. And aloha sometimes goes with a kiss on the cheek or the lips.
We have to do this.
That's okay. And now I want you to look at everyone. I want you guys to say aloha to one another.
Aloha.
And we say aloha to everyone that's here, and to all of our friends and family that are watching later, we say aloha.
Aloha.
Nice. So the next Hawaiian marriage value is kokua. So say that word, kokua.
Kokua.
And kokua means helping. So of course we have to help each other. We have to have lots of kokua for a successful marriage. But it's not just helping each other. It's helping our family. It's helping our children. It's helping our community to be better. Helping our earth to be a better place. And we ask that your marriage be blessed with lots of kokua. So kokua. Next is lokahi. So say lokahi.
Lokahi.
And lokahi means harmony. And so again, we must have harmony with each other for a successful marriage, but also with our children, and with our parents, and with the earth and with our community. So we ask that this marriage be blessed with lokahi. The next one's my favorite, malama pono. And malama pono means to make things right. So we've heard, how the Bible says never go to sleep angry. So malama pono gives you that opportunity, because it gives us an opportunity to take stock at the end of each day to make sure that everything is right. So at the end of the day, you have the opportunity to come together and you say, are we pono? Are we pono? And it means, was everything okay? And it's really beautiful, because if somebody asks you if you're pono, you must step out of your anger, and you must step out of your ego, and you must answer truthfully. So at the end of the day, let's say Brian comes home one day and he notices that maybe Amy Lou's a little out of sorts for some reason, whatever it is. And maybe it's something simple, like you've been squeezing the toothpaste from the top for the last year, and finally Amy Lou just says, I'm over it, you've got to stop this. Or maybe it's the children, or maybe, whatever it is, you have an opportunity to make things right and find balance again before you go to sleep. So I want you to look at each other right now, and I want you to ask each other if you're pono. So, are we pono?
Are we pono?
Are we pono? Yes.
Yes.
Nice. Well, of course, that's beautiful. So keep that in mind. And I'm probably going to email you that. I'm going to email you these Hawaiian marriage values and send them to you so you remember them and you have them in your heart. So malama pono to everyone. So, and the last Hawaiian marriage value is very important. I know it's important to you, and it is ohana. And ohana means family. And not just your immediate family, because, obviously the boys, and your immediate family, but also your community is your ohana. Maybe I'll be part of your ohana when you come back to Maui. Want to be, so this is important, and we ask that God bless your ohana now and forever. And by simply asking for that, it becomes more of a reality. And so I congratulate you now on adopting the Hawaiian marriage values. So now I want you to look into one another's eyes, and as you look into one another's eyes, I want you to see the love that you really share for one another and feel it in your hearts. Think of the love that you have created and think what you have for one another. And as you look into each other's eyes in this moment, I want you to set the most beautiful intention for one another and for your lives together. I want you to ask yourselves, what kind of a husband, Brian? I want you to ask her, what kind of a husband am I going to be to this beautiful woman? And Amy Lou, I want you to ask yourself, what kind of a wife am I going to be to this gentle man? And what kind of parents are we going to be to those children? And I know that you are saying to yourselves that we want to be the most loving and kind and nurturing and attentive husband and wife and parents ever, right? And so it will be. Beautiful. You just listen to this for a minute. It's the Hawaiian married wedding song. It's really beautiful.
Pretty.
You're not nervous no more.
How is it?
You look beautiful.
So pretty.
What's that?
So pretty.
Yes. You look amazing.
So now, we're not done yet. Do you guys have anything you're going to say to each other?
I did. I have something.
Okay.
My mom's holding on to it.
All right.
Okay.
So Mom, come on back in here, and I'd like to have that little piece of paper that you have in your hand.
You wrote yours down.
I did.
You can grab that.
I have
completely
to.
suck.
Bouquet back. Got the bouquet. Here's your bouquet.
No, I'm so silly. I can't read. No, I have to read it. I was going to try to memorize it, but I can't.
I'm
It's all right.
I gotta say this. See, I gotta put on my shoes. Brian, I have been blessed with 5 of the most amazing young sons, and now I stand beside you as I am about to become your wife. Brian, you complete me. You are my best friend, my rock, and my partner. You've made me realize that it's okay to take an entire weekend and do absolutely nothing productive and not feel guilty about it. You are the voice that I need and I want to hear when my heart feels heavy, when my burdens seem unbearable, and when I feel like throwing my hands up in the air and saying I quit. You calm me, you make my burdens feel lighter, and you remind me that I never quit. I look forward to seeing you after work and after on long days. When we are together and everything seems to fall apart and go wrong, we laugh and somehow make the situation even better. You have embraced my boys, loved my faults, and chilled my anxieties. You have made me feel whole again. When I look into your eyes, I feel more loved than I ever imagined. You have made me realize that it's okay to display PDA and take love-filled selfies and paste them on Facebook. These are the reasons that I won't even take a second to ponder whether or not I will be your wife. I look forward to the rest of my life. With that said, these are my vows to you. I will always love you, Zephyrins, Seth, Hayden, Connor, and Brendan with my entire soul. I will never quit. I will always be your best friend, your rock, and your partner. I will always hold your heart when it may feel heavy and burdened. I will always listen to your voice of reason. I will always look forward to seeing you, and I will always more. Here, put this in your pocket.
Okay.
These are for you. I know.
Well, I didn't write mine down, so I'm kind of like now I'm at a loss because you always have a way of saying things way better than I do. From the moment I met you, I knew there was something special about you. And that was back before Christmas, and I remember going to work every day, waiting for you to come back in there so I'd have a chance to talk to you again. But a little over 3 weeks later, you finally did, and I finally got the nerve up to give me my number and actually talk to you. Little did I know we would be standing here down the road so far from now.
See, you're like me.
So with that being said, my vows are, as your heart is my anchor, my heart shall be yours. As the ring has no beginning or end, nor shall our love. I shall love all 5 boys and raise them the best I can. And I will be your biggest fan as you kick their ass. And I will not keep score, and when we argue, even if I'm totally winning.
Really?
Yeah, that was my little. It's like, and I forgot the rest. So you made me forget. And my arms be your home always. I will always be there to always hear you, no matter how long it takes. Always listen for your advice. And sometimes actually take it. I can't remember the rest, but okay.
I love you.
Love you.
So one more time, just quickly and briefly repeat after me. Okay, so Brian to Amy Lou. Amy Lou, I take you to be my wife.
Amy Lou, I take you to be my wife.
I promise to love you and cherish you.
Promise to love you and cherish you.
Share my life with you.
Share my life with you.
I will always be true to you.
Will always be true to you.
And respect you.
Respect you.
As an individual.
As an individual.
And as my wife.
And as my wife.
Now and forever.
Now and forever.
Brian, do you promise that you will honor this vow?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Amy Lou, please repeat after me. Brian, I take you to be my husband.
Brian, I take you to be my husband.
I promise to love you and honor you.
I promise to love you and honor you
and cherish you.
and cherish you.
I want to share my life with you.
I want to share my life with
I will always be true to you
you. I will always be true to you
and respect you
and respect you
as an individual
as an individual
and as my husband,
and as my husband,
now and forever.
now and forever.
Amy Lou, do you promise that you will honor this vow always?
I do.
Beautiful. May the Lord bless you and keep you, and may the Lord's light shine brightly upon you, whether in times of joy or in times of sadness. May He grant you everlasting peace, health, abundance, and prosperity, now and forever. Amen. And now, by the authority vested in me by the state of Hawaii, but even more importantly, by the love that is so obvious in both of your eyes and in your hearts, it is my great pleasure to pronounce you as husband and wife. Brian, you may kiss your bride.
I love you.
You look so wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. The way it falls on the side of your neck, down your shoulders and back. We are surrounded by all of these lies, and people that talk too much. You got the kind of look in your eyes as if no one knows anything but us. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. So in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. You look so beautiful in this light, your silhouette over me. The way it brings out the blue in your eyes is the Tenerife Sea. And all of the voices surrounding us here, they just fade out when you take a breath. Just say the word and now we'll disappear into the wilderness. Should this be the last thing I see, I want you to know it's enough for me. 'Cause all that you are is all that I'll ever need. I'm so in love, so in love, so in love, so in love. So wonderful in your dress. I love your hair like that. And in the moment I knew you best.